Hi there, my name's Alana and I use my YouTube channel as a way to justify my crippling Charlotte Tilbury addiction. Okay, maybe that is a little over the top, but here at Classy on the Run, we love talking about Charlotte Tilbury makeup. Now, I'm gonna leave my playlist linked down below. I currently have about 45 videos dedicated to Charlotte Tilbury, so if you are looking to binge on some Charlotte content, then just check that out because like it's just never gonna end. Anyways, so today I'm going to be sharing with you the top 5 most overrated Charlotte Tilbury products. Now, a month or two ago, I did a video about the most underrated Charlotte Tilbury products, and you guys really enjoyed that video, and when I asked if you wanted to see the overrated, the answer was a very clear yes. So today I'm going to be sharing with you the most overrated Charlotte Tilbury products. Now, I've also done a video about my least favorite Charlotte Tilbury products, but the overrated are not my least favorite. In fact, none of these overrated products are particularly bad. I just think that they get way more hype than they deserve and that she has some better options in her line. So if you're looking for some great alternatives to some of the products I'm discussing, I'm gonna leave those videos linked down below, but let's get into it. Now, I am wearing all of the products I'm about to discuss on my face today. So first up, I'm gonna say the #1 most overrated product in Charlotte Tilbury's line. It will come as no surprise, the Pillow Talk lipstick. Now, before I get into why I think this lipstick is overrated, I just want to start by saying that Charlotte Tilbury took the Pillow Talk lip liner and has turned it into a multi-billion-dollar company. Like, that is really, really impressive. And look, the Pillow Talk family definitely drives a lot of her revenue and is probably what the brand is most known for. But I'm not a big fan of the Pillow Talk lipstick. I'm wearing it right now. And I gotta say, I find it pulls a little brown, a little orange on me. This is not the perfect Your Lips But Better nude that it's described as. And I actually don't think the lipstick is universally flattering. The reason I think this lipstick is so overrated is, one, she's always pushing it. It's always like hyped up, marketed, other like influencers are talking about it. But what they're not talking about is how many other incredible lipsticks she has. I have about 45 Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks, and I gotta say, Pillow Talk is not my favorite. It's not my top 10. It's probably not even in my top half favorite of my collection. So if you have a complexion similar to mine, you might enjoy Bitch Perfect, JK Magic, Stoned Rose. I actually have a video with my top sort of nudie neutral pink lipsticks for fair skin, all of them from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm gonna leave that link down below so you can check that out. But yeah, I just gotta say, Pillow Talk, overhyped, not as universally flattering as it claims, and just so many prettier options within her range. So the next product that I think is overhyped is another Pillow Talk product. This is the Pillow Talk Eyeshadow Quad. Now, I will say it has grown on me a little bit, but I'll start off by saying that of all of the eyeshadow quads that Charlotte has made, this is not her best formula. She has so many better quads, better formulas. In terms of formula, I know it's not the same color family, but the Rebel is incredible. Star Aura is definitely in that Charlotte Tilbury pink nude Pillow Talky world. And again, just so much more pleasurable to work with. What I don't really like about the Pillow Talk eyeshadow is, one, it's deceptive. In the pan, it looks like this perfect dusty pink, but on the eye, I find it actually pulls kind of orange. The other thing I really despise about this palette is the pop shadow. It is so prone to hard pan. I find it so hard to work with. I apply it with my finger and it just is not a fun one. I do really like the prime shade in the quad, but that's not enough to save the entire quad. Now, why is this overhyped? Well, one, it's within the Pillow Talk family, so it gets a lot of attention. I think a lot of people think that, oh, it's Pillow Talk, it must be pretty. Oh, it's Pillow Talk, it must be universally flattering. Again, this eyeshadow is not universally flattering. And I've had a number of people in the comments agree with me that it does pull kind of orange on them. Like a little peachy. It's not great. So if you are looking for an alternative, I would definitely check out Exaggerize, Star Aura. Not in the same color family, but Bella Sophia is incredible. There are so many beautiful eyeshadow quads in the Charlotte Tilbury family, and this one, I don't know. It doesn't even make my top 10 of Charlotte Tilbury's eyeshadow quads. Let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing an updated ranking of my Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow quads, because I have added more to my collection since I did the original ranking. But just so you guys know, I keep about 10 Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow quads on my vanity, sort of as a part of my everyday collection for me to reach for me to do my makeup with. And Pillow Talk doesn't make that cut. So anyways, I only have one more Pillow Talk product to rip apart, and then we're gonna get into some others. So the next product I think is overhyped is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk Push-Up Lashes. I'll start off by saying that it's not a bad mascara. I'm wearing it today. If you like a very voluminous full mascara look, you're going to enjoy this. But I definitely enjoy Legendary Lashes Volume 2 so much better. And even outside of the Charlotte Tilbury family, there are so many mascaras that I reach for over this one. Now, it's overhyped, largely in part because it has Pillow Talk branding behind it, although it doesn't have like Pillow Talk colors on the eye, thank God. But again, there's just so many mascaras I reach for over this one. I find the wand hard to work with. I find that my mascara can get kind of clumpy. I find I really have to work with the brush in order to get a look that I like. And if you're a bit more experienced with makeup, I think that's fine. You know, you can work with it, you can make it look good. But if you are newer to makeup or you're not as confident in your makeup skills, I think you're gonna find this really hard to work with. I would never recommend this mascara to a beginner. And I just think that you are going to end up with clumpy, unflattering lashes, and nobody wants that. Okay, I have two more overrated Charlotte Tilbury products. I think I'm gonna save the most overrated for last. Well, outside of the Pillow Talk family. I think, honestly, I just think the entire Pillow Talk family is overrated, and there's so many other more beautiful options within Charlotte's range. Okay, so next up we have the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. Now, I wear it in the shade Too Neutral, and I used to love this foundation. But the minute she released the Beautiful Skin Foundation, I haven't really reached for this except for to film this video because I felt I should wear it. Overall, the reason I find this foundation overrated, again, is it's just kind of hard to work with. Now, there are other products in the Airbrush line, thinking in particular the Flawless Setting Powder, that I like so much better than this foundation. But I will say I find this foundation is kind of dry. It's definitely drying on the skin, and it's hard to work with. I find that in order to make this foundation work for me, I need to go in with a thick layer of magic cream, and then I actually end up mixing in my Flawless filter into this foundation every single time in order to get it to have a little bit of a glow. Otherwise, it is a very matte, kind of flat foundation that I find really drying on my skin. So I don't like how it feels on my skin, and I don't really like how it works. I will say that it's long lasting, it photographs beautifully. Look, I'm not saying this foundation shouldn't exist, but again, I wouldn't recommend it to a beginner. It wouldn't be the first foundation from Charlotte that I would suggest if you were new to the brand. I think it's kind of tricky to work with, and for me, it definitely took me a couple of months of playing with it before I found the exact way for me to use it, for me to enjoy it. But then again, once you release the Beautiful Skin Foundation, I have not reached for this one. And then finally, the product that I think is the most overrated Charlotte Tilbury product outside of the Pillow Talk range is the Nudegasm face palette. Now, when you open up this palette, it looks beautiful. The first thing I'll say is that the two bronzers on the bottom, I don't think they both need to be in the palette. I find them pretty interchangeable, so already you kind of lose a point for not every item within the palette having a purpose. The other thing I'll say is that when I'm working with this, it's kind of weird because it's such a hard-packed formula that when you're using your brush, I have a really hard time gauging if I've actually got powder on my brush, but then I put it on my face and I'm just like, whoa, that's a lot. That's way too much. I find it can look a little streaky in the contour. I find that I really have to, again, buff it in, work it in. And it's, for me, it's just such a confusing formula because it doesn't look like there's anything on my brush. In fact, looking at this, it hardly looks like I've used this palette, but I have. It's just so densely packed. And then when I put it on my face, it's just, oh, I don't like it. I will say I really like the highlighter shade, and the kind of the peachy shade has the GASM on it. If you're fair like me, you can use it as a blush, but if you're a bit deeper, I think you're gonna have a harder time doing that. I find it does work up nicely as a blush, but again, it's kind of a harder formula to work with. It's a little bit more softer packed than the bronzers, but it's just not a win for me. I would say that definitely the Film Star Bronze and Glow is better if you're looking for a bronzer highlighter. And I gotta say, like, this is an expensive product. I just don't love it. I don't really love this formula from Charlotte. I also have the Lumpgasm, and I didn't really enjoy that one either. So yeah, anyways, I just just don't love it. So anyways, those are the top 5 most overrated Charlotte Tilbury products according to me. I'd love to hear from you guys down in the comments below if there's any Charlotte Tilbury products that you think are overrated or even underrated. Like, are there Charlotte products that you think deserve more hype? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. And again, I just want to say that if any of these products work for you, that's fantastic. Like, I want these products to work for you. Like, I want you to enjoy them. I want me to enjoy them, but these products, they're just not my favorite. And that is 100% okay. We all have different complexions, different makeup preferences, and we are just talking about makeup in good fun. So anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you love Charlotte Tilbury, if you love talking about Charlotte Tilbury, luxury makeup, and the occasional luxury handbag, then definitely subscribe because I think you're gonna like it here. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye. Mwah.